Sometimes we wonder what the point of doing good is. We look at people who choose to do wicked things, live in ways that are an affront to God, treat their neighbors badly, abuse power for their own gain, manipulate broken systems to their own advantage. These people do exist in our world, and there's not much we can do or say to stop them from doing the things that they do. And they seem to get away with it. Now, the author of Ecclesiastes laments this. If we listen to the opening of today's passage and think he's saying otherwise, it would make sense. Then I saw the wicked buried. We read this verse from our modern context with our modern thinking about burials, which makes what comes after seem a little disjointed. But a burial in Israel wasn't afforded everyone. A man who committed serious affronts may have his body abandoned so that his family couldn't honor his grave in the future. When the author of Ecclesiastes talks about the common death that all humanity faces, which he does multiple times, he doesn't talk about burial. But here he mentions that the wicked are buried. Here he's talking about the honor given to someone at death. Today we bury or cremate almost everyone. The statement doesn't seem strange to us. People die, people are buried. But a wicked man being buried would seem inconsistent to the first readers of Ecclesiastes, even if they recognized the truth of the writer's statement. Listen to chapter 8, verses 10 through 13. Then I saw the wicked buried. They used to go in and out of the holy place and were praised in the city where they had done such things. This also is vanity, because the sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily. The heart of the children of man is fully set to do evil. Though a sinner does evil 100 times and prolongs his life, yet I know that it will be well with those who fear God, because they fear before him. But it will not be well with the wicked. Neither will he prolong his days like a shadow, because he does not fear before God. Notice what the author is actually saying. In this world, the wicked may receive honor. They may be allowed proper burial. They may even be able to parade around brazenly pretending to observe the law in a religious place while everyone knows their corruption. But the writer tells us the sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily. It's not that the unjust will never see justice themselves. It's that the appropriate consequence isn't always seen on our timing. But they will face the appropriate consequence for their actions. Though a sinner does evil 100 times and prolongs his life, yet I know that it will be well with those who fear God, because they fear before him. And remember, in the Bible, the concept of fearing God is about reverence and honor, a recognition of God's place as the highest, the first and the last, the author of all things. Those who have this recognition of God will find a place before him. Those who don't will not. I love you, and I pray today that you would not despair over what seems to be the triumphal flaunting of justice on the part of many in our world. God's justice will come. No individual can make a mockery of God, but in our reverence for him, we might find ourselves a place of rest with him.